serve both the Walden Grove and Sahuarita shows, and they're amazing. Those things have so much time, effort, practice, so many literally moving parts, from the music to the choreography to the costumes to the sets. It is a true team effort. They have like a cadre of parents just to operate logistics. It's beautiful, and our teams represented us with great excellence. We are extremely proud. Speaking of proud, last week I also attended I think it was last week, it's all a blur, the Tucson Values Teachers Raytheon Leader in Education Award ceremony. It was like a little Oscar ceremony. It was really neat. And they had 3 divisions: elementary, middle, high school, preschool. And the middle school Raytheon Tucson Values Teacher Leader in Education is our own Sarah Mora. So as you can see, Mrs. Robinson and I were both there to congratulate her on this distinguished honor. And as you'll hear this evening, our teachers are setting the pace for excellence in many ways and at all levels. We are certainly very proud. It's also the transition time. We're kind of at the, believe it or not, I still find it hard to believe Thanksgiving is like 2 weeks from tomorrow, but we're closing out season 1 of the interscholastic athletics, and our teams did amazing. Swimming, I know cross country, both high schools participated in state. Golf, I believe. Football, I had the chance to attend last Friday's. Oh, it was a tough loss at Walden Grove. We played so hard, so well. But you know, those are the lessons of sports. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you always play hard and you bounce back and you use the losses to make you better. I picked up that article right there in the Arizona Daily Star, and it really is neat because it really kind of puts that perspective that even though that particular game we lost by a very small margin, I might add, to a very good team from Northwest Christian up in the Phoenix area. But the focus of the story is how football is used by Coach Noble and his staff in the community to bring young men together, to teach them lessons for life, to teach them to work as a team, to be disciplined, to work hard toward a common goal, and to bounce back when you lose, and how these students feel that this is such a place of connection and how loyal they are to their school, to their community, to service. Just a great example of how all of our programs help our students to connect and to learn lessons that will make them just good human beings and good adults in whatever they choose to do. So with that, I believe my superintendent's report is concluded. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. Moving on to the governing board reports. Dr. Sparks.
Thank you, Madam President. I think just to echo Dr. Valenzuela and some of the things he said, I think it's pretty cool when your Walden Grove is number 3 in the state in the 2A division, and Sahuarita High School 7th in the state, also the 7th largest band in the state. When you think about that, little Sahuarita High School is playing with the big boys as they, some of these bands get on there and have 230 kids, or 210. So they're at their 103. So they're striking, and they did very well this year. And I think something that's just been, got to attend the Veterans Day celebration at the local VFW, and to hear the band there and participate in that, and just to walk around the community and be in the community during Veterans Day is really a special thing here, to recognize the feeling that has in our community and support. We obviously live near various military bases. We also have a large population of individuals that serve and then move here. This is a pretty great place to retire. Mm-hmm. So pretty cool. And then I think, as the community resource centers, I think are really special. As I've in my personal life taken on a role with United Community Health Centers, they've opened up a pediatric focused mental health facility and are staffing that, and I'm helping in that endeavor. And I think, it's really cool to be here in a community that builds resources to support families, both at the school level and the community level. And to think that, Dr. Smith down in Arivaca has been there for 30 years serving at UCHC and serving that community. And the longevity and the consistency with which this entire community has worked to serve the valley, the Santa Cruz Valley as a whole. So just kind of a really fun couple weeks, and being on campuses and And just been a really good time of year. And also reminds me that, 2 weeks from now is Thanksgiving, and we do have a tremendous amount to be thankful for, despite, not everything in the world right now is positive, and, and recognize, people are, not getting paychecks, or, there are, stresses in the world, but to know that we live in a community that cares and does what it can to support the individuals that live here is really pretty special. So I don't remember. I didn't remember, like, the board means after Thanksgiving.
It is,
So
that's correct.
So I'd say happy Thanksgiving. But anyways, thank you all for being here. It's always nice to have I know you're here to celebrate your children, but it's always nice to have you in the room and to celebrate your children and their advances. So thank you very much, Madam President.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to say I too had an opportunity to go around and see and celebrate with the veterans, see some of the celebrations. Was particularly special for the United States Marine Corps. It turned 250 years old on Monday. Yesterday, we took advantage. Went to EG's, got my free EG. Went to Texas Roadhouse, got a free meal. Got some free, yeah. So hopefully the veterans out there did the same thing. And to the veterans in the audience, thank you for your service. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you very much. Mr. Bruno. Okay. All right. Ms. Petersmark.
Agree, hard acts to follow. Just want to again reiterate, it's such a wonderful, special time. I always say Thanksgiving's coming up, and November is just totally the month to be thankful for everything. And as everyone has mentioned, fall sports were incredible. The bands were amazing. And just, I always try to thank the kiddos because it is such a joy just to watch them. They're amazing, like Dr. V said. And want to thank, all the parents. I see some here, running around, hauling the band equipment around and washing uniforms. I chuckle that sometimes walk off the kiddos' bodies into your washing machine. So thank you for all that, as well as our community, grandparents and businesses and everyone that donates money to make all of this possible, make it just a little bit more special for the kids so they can have that extra T-shirt or something to help them and with their school spirit. So thank you so much. And happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all the veterans, all you too, of course, out there. Just always been tons of veterans in my family and always been a big part of my life. So thank you all so much. And again, as Dr. Sparks said, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you for being here and always supporting us and the whole community. So thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. As for mine, I think we've pretty well covered some of the stuff, but as we move forward into this winter season, boys and girls soccer is getting started, boys and girls basketball is getting started at both high schools and at the middle school levels as well. Continue to go out and support our teams as you have a few free moment to go cheer on either the Red Wolves or the Jaguars or the Mustangs or Roadrunners or the Coyotes, and just continue to support our students. And your support is immensely appreciated. So thank you very much. We will go ahead and move on to the recognition of our staff, students, and community, starting with staff. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, President Reese, members of the board. Amber, is it hard to pull up the Corey picture again? Is that hard to do? No. The reason I wanted to share that was the picture from the Red Wolves football team. And, those of us that do this work, and I've been doing it for a very long time, do it because we want to shape young lives and help them grow. If you think back to that picture that was just up there, it was a picture of Coach Noble, Corey Noble, who's a Sahuarita graduate himself, by the way. But he's got his arm around Killian Knight, who's a very gifted student athlete and just a neat young man. He's a senior, played his last high school football game last Friday night. And the story talks about how Coach Noble has impacted them, has been a role model, has guided, shaped their values, helped them grow up. That's what we do as teachers. And thank you, Amber. That's why we as a district believe so strongly in celebrating the accomplishments of our teachers. Our teachers change lives through their investment, not just through their knowledge, but through their connection and establishing relationships, connecting and helping young people to grow as students, but just as human beings. That's why we believe in the Arizona Teacher of the Year program and have participated in it formally and in a very big way for many years. You know, the program's only been around, at least if you go to the Arizona Education Foundation website, which is the sponsoring organization, as far back as I could see was like 1983. And in 1984, a gentleman by the name of, I think it's Archie Romney, was named Arizona Teacher of the Year. He was legendary auto shop. Some people might even still remember. He was an auto shop teacher at Sahuarita High School. Amazing man. It's this position being Arizona's face of public education and representing what's good about public education, speaking about it, being the goodwill ambassador, talking about the issues, communicating with the public, and really conveying why public education is such a vital part of the American way of life, our American society, our democracy, and how the work that we do in public education is so vital to the success of our society. I say that by telling you it's a big deal, and there are hundreds of applications that come in every year to earn that title. And there are many amazing, tirelessly dedicated, smart, knowledgeable, student-centered people in the state, and they only pick one. And this year, we're proud that Arizona's 2026 Teacher of the Year hails from Sahuarita Unified School District, and she's right there. Her name is Tiffany Jasa. Amber, can you roll? Do you have that little video to roll?
For 2026 Arizona Teacher of the Year and Arizona's candidate for National Teacher of the Year is Tiffany J.
It's like winning an Oscar, right? Well, maybe you can ask her. You know, when I went to Tiffany's classroom a couple days after she was named Arizona Teacher of the Year, very humble and with much gratitude, I told her, you know, Tiffany, this is not just about being recognized among the most highly respected, highly accomplished teachers in the entire state of Arizona, or even in Sahuarita Unified School District. Hopefully you're the best teacher in your class. But it's really about being an example about what's good in this profession, what's special, what teachers all across our state bring to their classrooms every day in service to students and in helping every student to be the best that they can be. And truly, if you read her application, you talk to her peers and you talk to her principal, Dr. Ralston, they'll tell you that she's a special educator, that she does set that great example. She does have high professional expectations. She does genuinely care about every student being successful. She happens to teach special education. She works with special needs students and works hard to challenge them to grow and to set high goals and to continue pushing and working for those goals. And she inspires them. She represents what's good about our profession. She's going to get a chance to go to the White House, go to space camp. She's going to be the voice, the face of public education in Arizona, which is a tremendous responsibility. I had the chance to meet her wonderful family, and I said, this is a family affair because it's really a big deal. But we thank you, Tiffany, for assuming that responsibility. It's an important responsibility, perhaps as important as it's ever been, to be the carrier of that banner that represents what's good about the work we do and what's good about serving not only our 6,200 students, but all of Arizona's and all of America's students. So we would like to congratulate you. I'd like to ask the board to come up, and thanks to Amber Woods and Betsy Palacios and Elsa Morales. They created this beautiful display over here. So we'd like to take a picture, if you would allow us. So come on around and let's give Tiffany a nice round of applause. For you. Congratulations. We're so proud of you. Don't trip. Lead the way, Denise. Lead the way. We got one. All right. Smiles, everybody? Yes. And if you wanted to say a few words, you can. You don't have to. Okay, yeah. You might as well practice. Practice. And Tiffany, and you can introduce your family if you want to.
Yes.
It's many.
Well, thank you. This is amazing. So thank you so much. This is cool. I do feel like this is definitely like a whirlwind, but I will say I am honored to be able to talk about what I'm passionate about, and educational inclusion is where my heart is, and I'm honored to be able to speak about this for the next year. So thank you for recognizing me. Thank you, Dr. Ralston, for your support all these years. This is just phenomenal. My little girls right here, Kirsten, Scarlett, and Ensley, and my husband, Matt. Thank you for supporting me, and you got to stick with me for this next year, okay? But thank you. This is amazing. I appreciate you all so much. So thank you so much.
Okay. And again, congratulations. We will move on now to our support staff. November Team Member of the Month, Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. President Reese, members of the board, as you know, and as the public may know, every month we identify an amazing, tirelessly dedicated, student-centered member of our support staff team for the amazing contributions that he or she makes to our mission of student success and the vital role that our support staff team members play in the advancement of our mission. I know this month is no exception. We have an amazing person to recognize, and to do the honors, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Mr. Downs.
Thank you, Dr. Valenzuela. It is my pleasure to read this nomination for Mr. Teddy D'Souza, principal of Anza Trail School. Mr. D'Souza has nominated Adelia Della Flores Ramirez as the Sahuarita Unified School District Support Staff Member of the Month. Della has been a welcome addition to the Anza Trail community since the day she arrived. While assuming the responsibility of the school registrar, to say that Della has hit the ground running is an understatement. She is a fast learner, extremely organized, and is highly detail-oriented. As the registrar, Della is responsible for accurately managing, data keeping, and open enrollment requests for a school population of over 1,200 students. She consistently maintains a professional attitude and has an exceptional customer service skills with parents, staff members, and site administration. She is also a wonderful team player who is always willing to assist Anza Trail School in any way that she can. Her upbeat and positive attitude aids to the culture and climate of the front office and to the Anza Trail community as a whole. It was my pleasure to nominate Mrs. Della as the support staff member of the month.
Now you got to come and shake everybody's hand. It's not that. Thank you. Thank you.
We will move on now to our November Volunteer of the for the Year from Anza Trail. Dr. Valenzuela.
Thank you again, President Reese. And we truly know that success is a team effort. And our cadre of volunteers across the district are a vital part of advancing our mission of student success. And this evening, it's an honor to recognize yet another shining example of volunteer service in our schools. And I think Mr. Downs, once again, will do the honors.
And this must be Anza Trail month because this month it is for Anza Trail. So this month is the volunteer of the year is Delilah Carrasco.
Well, there are siblings.
Delilah has been an Anza Trail PTO board member since 2018. Most recently, she has been elected to serve as the PTO board president for the 25-26 school year. To say that she goes above and beyond as the PTO president volunteer is an absolute understatement. With a school of 9 different grade levels and with one of the largest populations in the district, she devotes countless hours to PTO responsibilities on and off campus. She is a heartfelt PTO president who prides herself in supporting all students and staff as only she knows how. Some of the projects and school initiatives that she oversees are as follows: setting up tables for MS Meet and Greet and Kindergarten Boohoo, hosting 2 staff lunches during parent-teacher conferences, the Howl Cart, treats for teachers and staff, Fun Run fundraiser, Glow Dance, Panda Express fundraisers and Mod Pizza fundraisers, Painting with Santa Night, Game Night, Penny Wars fundraiser, Family Night Carnival, Staff Appreciation Week. Her influence and direct impact on Anza Trail school community is immeasurable. And considering the circumstances that Anza Trail does not have a full PTO board committee, she and her team always find a way to make everything work out. It is absolute with pride and strong conviction that I'm gratefully recommend Mrs. Carrasco as the Anza Trail School Volunteer of the Year. And again, that comes from Mr. D'Souza.
Thank you. We don't want you to drop your flowers. They're beautiful. God, you are a volunteer. Thank you. Congratulations and thank you so much.
All right, we will go ahead and move on to everybody's favorite part of board meetings, and we are now recognizing our November Leader in Character honorees. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you once again, President Reese, members of the board. You know, if you think back, all of us as adults, to our jobs, whatever we do, in whatever sphere we do it, private, public, big organization or small, I would bet that if people asked you, what makes a successful employee? What makes a good teammate? That some of the words that would come up include honesty, integrity, kindness, citizenship, care, work ethic. That's the reason for this award. Is this Leadership and Character Award stresses that part of education is helping young people not just to be strong and their best of mind, but also of their character, of their citizenship, and of how they work with others to serve and to do meaningful things in their lives. And so we acknowledge, and this board has always emphasized, that that's an important part of the learning process. In that statement, I would say, and I think the board would echo the sentiments, thank you to you as parents, as grandparents, as uncles, aunts, cousins, nanas, tatas, because you are the first and the most influential shaper of your children's values and of their character. The board wishes to recognize your children this evening because in their daily walks, in their classroom, on their teams around the campus, they set that example through their actions and are role models for their peers and for the adults around campus about character and its importance in our society and in their own futures. So we congratulate them and we congratulate you, parents, as well. We have a special recognition this evening. Ms. Petersmark will present each awardee with a special letter, a certificate, and a gift card as a token of appreciation from us and our sponsors at Freeport-McMoran, which is a sponsor of this program, along with the Green Valley News. After you're all recognized, Ms. Robinson will help position you up here on the steps. It looks like those steps were made for this award. We'll take a nice picture, send them to the newspaper so that you can see yourselves in next week's edition of the newspaper. So without any further delay, let me begin with our leaders in character for this month, beginning with the leader in character from Sopri Elementary School. Congratulations, Sebastian Frazier. Sebastian, come on down. Congratulations, Sebastian. Good job, buddy. We're proud of you. And we're also proud, it was mentioned earlier, On the Trail School. It must be On the Trail month or something. Because, well, the K-8s we award to leaders in character because they're an elementary school and a middle school. But I don't know, but I think this is the first month that we've had leaders in character from the same school that are siblings at the same night. So congratulations to third grader Trinity Youngs and sixth grader Trenton Youngs. Congratulations. We are super proud of you. Keep up the good work. And we will now honor our leader in character from Sahuarita Primary School, and her name is Camila Romero. Congratulations, Camilla. Keep up the good work. As we move on to our leader in character from SIS, Sahuarita Intermediate School, congratulations, Noah Rodriguez. We are so proud of these young people. Congratulations, Noah. Keep up the good work. And we now recognize our leader in character from Copper View Elementary School. Congratulations, Penelope Millick. Good job. Congratulations, Penelope. And now we move to Wrightson Ridge, where again we honor two students. This time they're not siblings, but one from elementary, one from middle school. Our elementary leader in character is second grader Nathaniel Lugo. Congratulations, Nathaniel. Keep up the good work. And we now honor our middle school leader in character from Wrightson Ridge. Congratulations, Taylin Bristow. Keep up the good work. Our next leader in character is from Sahuarita Middle School. Congratulations, Araya Hanks. Our next leader in character is a senior from Sahuarita High School. Congratulations, Amaris Aguilar. So proud of you, Mia. Keep up the good work. And our leader in character from Walden Grove High School is also a senior. Congratulations, Isabel Higuera. I don't see Isabel. Again, I know it's a busy time, and we're so grateful to everybody scrambling their schedules to be able to be here. And we will round out this evening's honorees with the leader in character from Sahuarita Digital Pathways Academy. Congratulations, sophomore Piper Green. Keep up the And parents, if you'd like to come down and take your own picture besides the one that'll be in the newspaper, we'll do that. And if you'd like to stick around, you're welcome. We have some more business items, but we also understand that you're busy and you got homework and other activities, and it's totally okay after this to take your kids and move on your way to the next adventure. So come on down if you'd like to take a picture. We'll take kind of a little breath of fresh air, and then we'll reconvene.
You can smell, yeah, you know why. It's not that. It's not. It's never been. Smells like the day. The morning after. Oh, yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you. Congratulations. Of course, of course. Congratulations. You guys must be so... 3 girls? I have 2. Blessed are we among women. That's what I always used to say. That's right. Congratulations. It's a family affair, and you'll be a great voice and ambassador for all of us. Look forward to seeing you speak at our conference next month. All right. Does she have her flowers? Whose flowers are these? Yeah. And I leave this for like a while, at least through the year. Okay. We should leave that there for, it's like a, yeah, as long as. Yeah. A while, yeah. It's, oh, she does. So it's just such a nice showcase. Either one. I haven't touched them, so it's either one. Fair game. Yes, ma'am.
Here we had 10, and then one of the top 5.
It's beautiful. We could leave that there for a long time. To do what? Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's kind of, it's like a trophy. It's like a trophy. Yeah. It's something to get out there. They'll be walking through. That's awesome. Yeah. I hope so. If it's good, if not, blame it on somebody else. Yes. Pardon me. And now they made it top 15. I think this is the first year, right? That they honored the top 15 versus the top 10. It used to be only the top 10. Yes. Oh, it's since COVID. Yeah. And even in the top 10 before they went there, we've cracked the top 10 with regularity. Yes. Dad or grandpa or uncle, something. They're related. Yep. We can all be very proud. Where did we leave off, President Reese?
Okay, yep, call to the public. There isn't one. Okay, moving on then. Since there's no call to the public, we will move on. 2,
8.
new business, we stripped that. Okay, 8. Business and possible discussion of the terms and conditions for the Anza Trail HVAC replacement. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, President Reese, members of the board. One of our initiatives in recent years, under Scott's leadership, working with our facilities department, has been the proactive systematic development of procedures to manage our facilities for efficiency, for safety, and for maximum operation. And part of that has been utilizing the resources of the state's building renewal grant. And that's a state program, it's competitive because they only get the money that's legislated to them from the legislature, but it allows districts that meet certain criteria to apply for resources that allow them to renew critically needed capital items. And one of the items that's been identified in our district is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. And so a couple of meetings ago, probably a couple of months ago, you approved, I believe it was a couple of units, a couple of systems. I think at Anza, this one also, I believe, is for Anza Trail. And it's another new HVAC unit system that will be funded by the state and installed at Anza. You know, one of the things we forget about Anza Trail School, that school has been around for pushing 20 years. It's hard to believe because I was there when they opened the doors, but it's been a while. And so those units are old. And so we're trying to be proactive in the replacement of those units. And we're grateful to the state of Arizona for their awarding us this. The item in your packet is actually the terms and conditions that means we have to be agreeable to basically the legal parameters surrounding the disbursement of the money. There's lots of legal rules about how we implement that we have to comply with whatever federal regulations are in place, which we always do. So we're excited about this. It's another step forward. Again, this is to a large degree the efforts of our wonderful Florence Lopez, who is tenacious once she gets the information, and she knows the system. She's very well respected by the SFB, and she knows how to navigate to support our receiving funds that we qualify for. So we're very grateful for that. And, you know, every time you take a step like this, you're being preventative in the likelihood that you'll have a breakdown, because we live in the desert. And although right now it's beautiful, we all know what August feels like, right? And so with the stress on those units, just like in our houses, there's always a risk, but we're being proactive to minimize that likelihood. And this is another step forward. And with much gratitude, I ask for your approval of the BRG terms and conditions as presented in your packet.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, we will go ahead and move on down to the consent agenda. Dr. Valenzuela.
Yes, ma'am. President Reese, members of the board, in your packet, you have a lengthy list of items that by law are allowed to be considered in one comprehensive motion. And at this point, I do recommend approval of the consent agenda in its entirety.
We have a recommendation. Do we have a motion?
So, second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We will move on to, does any board member have any possible future agenda items they would like to see come before this board? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on. We'll establish our next board meeting on December 10th here in the auditorium. Additional information can be found on the district's website. And then at this time, we have something we have to read in order to move into executive session, but we are moving into executive session at this time.
Madam President, I will go ahead and read that, and then I will ask for a roll call vote. And just so the public knows, there will be no action taken after the closure of the executive session and the meeting at the end,
Other than to adjourn the meeting.
other than to adjourn.
Yes.
No more public action. So discussion or consideration of records exempt by law from public inspection, including receipt and discussion of information or testimony that is specifically required to be maintained as confidential by state or federal law. Make a motion to move into executive session. Madam President?
Is there a second?
You don't need a second.
Don't need a second. We will move into a roll call vote then. Ms. Palacios.
Governing Board President Denise Reese,
Yes.
Governing Board Clerk Dr. John Sparks,
Yes.
Governing Board Member Anthony Bruno,
Yes.
Governing Board Member Amy Petersmark,
Yes.
Governing Board Member Raul.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Can we take a 5-minute break?
Yes.
Thank you.